a world-class Swedish photographer, an extra-talented Rwandan chef, a top-notch Ugandan musician, all in a little island paradise that happens to be a stopover during our Christmas megatrek. Seriously, despite our best intentions, there is too much cool stuff to share, and this is yet again an extravagant 30-minute production. It lines up all the highlights of a live broadcast from our online picnic on the 27th of March 2021, over which we've laid some bonus visuals. Let's head to Lake Burera's Cyuza Island and meet Miha right now. The show must go on.
We are on a pretty island that I'm now going to show you briefly. We are at Lake Burera. That is a lake roughly where Congo, Rwanda and Uganda meet in our Gorilla Highlands region. We are the first one in a row of 3 islands, and we are going now to the social place of the island. Those are the Virunga Volcanoes. The tallest one, Muhabura, means the guide, because people throughout the region could use it as an orientation point. And the one behind, the very rugged little, but not really little, 3,674 meters high, and it's called Sabinho, which means old man's teeth. I think you can already notice the roof where the restaurant is, where we are expecting to find Bella, the founder of this project. Jane is the operator, trying to admit everybody into the group.
Hi, welcome everyone.
This is the creator of our exterior design, Enya, who's also going to be the camera person. Thank you, Enya. And here we have Bella and Giuseppe. This is a very pretty island. There is no dilemma about that, but it has a story that's even more interesting. Personally, I found it one of the examples of what Rwanda is trying to do in terms of its own economic development, because this island used to have some homes and families living on, but the government decided to move them to the mainland for better provision of services. But that is the reason why this island became available. And Bella heard about it, got interested, and look at us now.
Our target is to respect the ecosystem, to offer the best products for everyone. I think the best things in the world, it's for all, not for only for the rich persons. We have also to give the opportunity to the local persons to enjoy the country, to be cheap but high quality.
I can attest, it's affordable and it's beautiful.
We are on the service of community and show also them when we have the heart and the imagination, we can make many things and help them to go up.
Our next step will be checking on our chef Rama to see what is happening there.
We're making fish cakes and spring rolls. Perfect. These are bao buns that were made earlier, and he's going to stuff them with some good stuff that you'll see. Rama, what are these papers?
These are rice papers.
Rice papers. So all these ingredients, the vegetables were put on rice paper. He's going to roll everything in rice paper.
Jane and Rama are going to tell us the first moment they are ready to show you more. But my job is to put everything that we have been seeing so far into geographical perspective. I hope you can see me on one of the 3 islands, as I told you. There are a number of others on this rather big lake that looks different than most lakes in our region, because it has very steep shores, and not so far from us are the volcanoes. We talked about Muhabura, that is this big one. I tried to show you Sabinho. I hope you saw it, Old Man's Teeth. That is the one. And if I'll zoom out, just to give you a better idea geographically where we are, this is basically Rwanda in full now. And north to us, we also see Uganda. And by the way, I wanted to take you to Uganda for a second. I just want to double check if in the town in Kabale, a certain gentleman is ready for action. Kahiri, are you with us?
I'm here in Kabale in the hills. I was born here, Momchiga. I've been a professional musician for about 15 years, maybe. I have a band, it's called Kwela, but today it's just me, myself, and I, and this guitar here. And another interesting instrument, which I might decide to show you or not, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. We have our local Chichiga music, which really, when I like, it's what I grew up singing and playing, and when you listen to it, it sounds very akin to what the blues in the USA sounds like. So the song I'm going to play for you, I decided to take Gonjera and I took the blues and I fused them into something which I now call the Chiga blues. So yeah, we sound something like this. There she goes, looking for that 20%, yeah. There she goes, looking for that 20%, yeah. I believe they're gonna, so some twilight. I believe they're gonna my way, so some twilight. There she goes, my way, looking for the 20%, yeah. There she goes, looking for that 20%, yeah. Chips za mutwaro ati wampa moraro nyombe kazu paro tino za mcharo. There she goes, looking for that 20%, yeah.
I need to explain that even though there is a national border somewhere there in between, all these people are connected, and the best proof of that is that they share the same clans. So the Bachiga on the Uganda side have the same clans that also extend to this side, what proves common origin. Different language because they got influenced by their neighbors, or whatever happened, something definitely took place, but that's just the way it is. We are like in a region that is not a construct by some Micha. We are in a region that is really connected and has always been a unit. I want now to go to a different kind of artist. And that artist is Marcus Westberg, who is our main photographer and involved at so many levels with the Gorilla Highlands. And he was so kind to actually report for us from South Africa.
Hi everyone, greetings from Timbavati in South Africa. I'm sorry I can't be live with you today. There is no network out here, so I'm going to record this and then make my way back to main camp and send it off together with some pictures that I can share with you. This is my first trip outside of Europe for 14 months and I cannot tell you how good it feels. I should probably introduce myself for those of you who are here for the first time. My name is Marcus. I provide quite a few of the photographs for Gorilla Highlands. And that's what I do for a living. I tend to go around, photograph, write articles, wildlife, travel, conservation. So I'm in South Africa now for 5 or 6 weeks, doing a bit of work out in the bush, and it's amazing. I have missed being in the presence of wild animals bigger than rabbits. I am sorry I'm gonna miss Rama's cooking and his cooking lesson, but I will have to catch up on the recording at some point. And myself, I'm out here staying in a little field camp for a few nights. Last night we had hyenas come into our camp, and then they got into a fight with some elephants. So we had quite a sound show going on during the evening. And inside the riverbed there are just the most amazing number of tracks and traces from everything from rhinos and elephants to aardvarks and wild dogs and hyenas. Well, here we are. There's more proof of elephants. We went for a walk for about 4 or 5 hours earlier today. It's still summer here, so it's quite hot, and the sand is starting to heat up now. But it's just the feeling of being able to get close to elephants or giraffe on foot is very different from driving around in a safari vehicle. Here you can see more tracks from elephants. It's always incredible. A lot of people are surprised at how shallow the footprints from elephants are. Their feet are quite incredible, so once they step down, they spread out to distribute the weight. Last night we were following a pack of wild dogs, and they've also been running around here. We can hear them in the evening. This is about as close as I'm gonna want to go, given that I'm barefoot and I don't want to disturb them. Anyway, I am going to leave you guys to have a wonderful virtual picnic, and with any luck I will be able to join you live next time from wherever I will be then and wherever the picnic's gonna be. All the best, and see you later. Bye bye.
You can read more about him and get a little bit of a story pieced together as you follow his images every Wednesday on our Daily Dose blog. We have been joined by the next expert, and that gentleman is called Mr. Olivier.
We have been on boat cruise, went on hiking at the islands around. We visited one of the biggest islands around this lake. We met people, we are dancing, cheering. Also, with my friend Rukundo, is also another expert around of these lakes. I can pass him the iPad as well, so he can say hi to you guys.
We have been doing a tour of the whole lake, visiting different things, including fishermen, the biggest island of the Lake Burera, and we have also shared the lunch with the fishermen. Then we went all around to the miracle tree, the tree by which the women who are lacking the husband used to go and hug during the night when they're naked and they get a husband. So it was even, this tour was also providing a medicine to the entire world. Yeah.
Okay, so now the roster is complete. That story of the tree that you hug by night completely naked is one of my favorite ones. And I'm never sure with Rukundo, is it true or is he just making up the stories? Olivier, who was with you a moment before, he's a cycling guide. It was his first time to experience Burera like that. But we are going to get back to this gentleman later. Right now, we want to pass the microphone to Jane and Rama, who are now in a position to talk more about the recipe.
I wanted to show you, this is where we start. So we get the fishermen here, get this from the lake, from Lake Burera. You've probably seen the lake already by now. And yeah, that's how it looks like. It's like a mini version of lobster, but we really get only a small bit of it for the fish that we actually eat. And it's amazing protein. So that's the spring roll, crayfish spring roll. But if you don't have crayfish, you could also use fish, normal fish. So we get that crayfish, the live crayfish, and unfortunately boil it. And this is what we get. We get these little pieces of meat. Look at that. Some soy sauce in there. And of course, you can see the crayfish. We put the crayfish there as well.
Some lemon.
Tiny bit of lemon juice. That's all fresh. All of it. That's a bit of teriyaki sauce. You can wet the rice paper with water. Some lettuce there. Avocado there. That's a mix. Yeah. What is this, Rama?
Hoisin sauce.
Hoisin sauce.
And a little bit of mayo.
And a bit of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Ooh, doesn't that look delicious? Yeah. And what's that? Basil?
Parsley.
Parsley. Yeah, that's parsley. My bad. The roll is happening. And done. Bingo. All right, there it is. What do we do with the fish cakes? How are they going to be served? Okay. Portion.
Then just
and then we get the baobab buns.
Then put some lettuce.
Stuff it with lettuce there. A bit of mayonnaise.
Mayo.
And then the fish cake there. Someone has to test this. Someone has to. Bella, please be our. Yes, great. So stuff it with onion, tomato, lettuce. Almost like a hot dog. Oh my God. Okay, I would rather test than hold this camera. Woohoo! That's delicious. That is delicious.
We've now added some lighting to our experience. Can you show us our chef, please? Now with light.
Hola.
I'm really sorry for taking the food away from you. Or maybe I have saved you from too much temptation. I don't know. I really wanted my guys here to get the chance to talk about something that is very dear to us, and it should also be to you. Because at the end of this year, in the Christmas period, basically from mid-December to the beginning of January, we are planning to enjoy the mega trek, which is, of course, its name implies about hiking, but there are also options to do it with bicycles, with your car if you want, the motorcycle. And yesterday, our guide Owen from Uganda, he described the Ugandan side of it the first few days on our blog. And now we have Rukundo, with whom the story from Owen basically ends, to talk about the leg that includes Cyuza Island, because once people come from Uganda, they end up on this island. And then Olivier is going to tell you something more about the Congonal Trail, the famous route that goes all along Lake Kivu. And even though it's called Congonal Trail, it's in Rwanda.
In the side of Uganda, there is a taste of sorghum beer, which is Obshera. So when you cross the border, we have a chance of tasting what we call banana beer. It looks like, it's like a banana wine, but we call it a banana beer. You socialize with the people. You can visit mining company where they're digging for wolfram. In the path to Gisenyi, we are passing by many things interesting. The first I can mention is a traditional healer. So that guy is able to give you medicine and you are safe from the taboos and whatever. There is a in Babas. It's a place where there have been a woman draws card and It's usually to accommodate the orphans. So it's a good place when you go and you hear from the story. It's also amazing. So you have both options, like you can walk, you can do cycling from Musande to Kisenyi. So you have all the chance. You can even, depending on your ability, you can even drive from there, and you are able to see everything there.
In Kisenyi, we are now on the beach of Lake Kivu, and now we are tracing that down to Rusizi in the south, where we finally get into Bukavu. Some highlights are going to be given by Olivier.
You can do Congo Trail by hiking, cycling, by 4x4 car. We'll be on the lake shore. You never feel like you're getting tired because the views are amazing. We are going to be experiencing a lot of coffee. We are going to meet Gisovu tea plantation. When you're walking down to Rusizi, you can still see Congo from Rwandan side, which is extremely amazing view. So in order to not consume much of the time, I think this is the highlight like I have right now as the moment. Thank you so much.
And then, once we're in Rusizi, then we cross into Congo, and because we already covered that in the previous picnic, we won't be talking about Congo so much, but that is the final destination and the attraction. And whether you are strong or weak or young or old or lazy or hardworking, there is no excuse. We are going to find a solution for you. We want you there. It's very important for us to get people together, because that is our way of celebrating 20 years of Federisa, the organization that started it all, and 10 years of Gorilla Highlands. Kahiri is becoming increasingly dark, and I would ask him that before he disappears into the night, that maybe he blesses us with one more song.
This is the Janzi. I just wanted to say something about it before I play. It's an African harp. It was invented by a friend of mine. He's called James Sewa. And if you look for Janzi online, Janzi, you will actually find him. It has two sets, so you have to be able to play almost like playing two harps at the same time, because they are tuned differently. Some they know, some they hear, some have eyes, but they don't see. Some have ears, but they don't hear. Some have, but they don't. Some they see, but they never talk. Some they hear, but they never listen. Some have eyes, but they never see. Some have mouths, but they never talk. Oh,
Thank you so much for sharing with us. Oh, we actually have two members here who got lost in the experience of Lake Burera. So maybe you can say hi to our people.
Hello,
Hi.
we are from Musanze in Rwanda, and we're taking part physically, which we really enjoy.
I hope we made your Saturday evening or early morning slightly more interesting. I hope you feel connected to us. That is the point. We wanted to show you that life is beautiful on the African side of the world, and we hope that you stay in touch with us, keep checking on what we are producing, and have a great time. Thank you for your participation. Thank you, Kahiri, for playing. We were very, very happy to host you all at the second online picnic